What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the show. I'm back. It's Monday, and we got a lot of news to talk about. A lot of entertainment news, comic book movie news. It's all been gathering up. It's all been piling up, and now we have a chance to talk about it because, yes, the fucking strike is over, and I am so glad it's over because it was super annoying. But I did happen to make some other channels. I have another channel that I'm working on. It's got a few videos out already. It's called Beyond the Unknown. It's all about UFOs, unsolved mysteries, monsters, all that shit. So if you have a chance, check out Beyond the Unknown. That's a new channel over on YouTube. I'll put the link in the chat later. It's also, I believe it's in the description. I could be wrong. I don't know. I can't remember last time I updated the description, but, you know, it is what it is. We're going to be talking about Ben Affleck's role in Wonder Woman 3. I got a little bit of info about that. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. Obviously, we're going to do our massive reshot. I mean, not that. Massive rapid fire news round. I got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about there. Going to be joined by Axel Droga as the show goes on. He'll be here really shortly. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Support the channel by becoming a member or joining us over on Patreon. And I do appreciate everyone who's already done that. That means a lot to me, and it helps the channel as well. I'm trying to save up to get a new mic because I hate this mic. This mic is not bad. It's just, it's very sensitive, and I'd rather have this one inside and have a better one out here. So we'll see how that kind of plays itself out. But for everyone who is watching, make sure you share this link that we are live so everyone knows and everyone can join the conversation as well. What's up, Robert? Smashed! Thank you. I appreciate that, man. So without further ado, let's invite our guest on the show, co-panelist, Mr. Axel Droga. What's going on, man?
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
What time is it over there?
It's 3:34 a.m. Yeah.
Oh my God.
A.m. And but hey, I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Oh yeah, totally, dude. Totally. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So.
We're gonna talk about her later too. I have a little snippet from her, which I think is it's just like stupid. It's just stupid shit. And this is the problem. This is what bothers me the most about all this shit that's out there lately is that it's just so fucking dumb. People are looking for a reason to generate clicks and views, and I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of seeing this crap.
I'm tired of it too. Like, I'm just so sick of the DC shit right now. That's why I'm sticking with Star Wars.
Well, we're gonna be talking about both Star Wars and DC.
I'll be back on time. I gotta get.
Okay, and then then he's gonna leave. Let's jump over to the chat where we got Q with the $10 super chat saying Happy Monday. Thank you, Q.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Happy Monday, and a happy Monday to you too. I hope you're having a great day at the dentist's office. He also writes, "Go to sleep, Droga." Which maybe he did. I don't know, but he stepped away, probably to take a dump, go to the bathroom, whatever he's gonna go do. He'll be back with us in just a minute. But until then, you guys, we got a lot of shit we're gonna cover, so I want to go ahead and get started. So let's start the rapid fire news round. And here we go. So the first bit of news and
fire. Oh shit, I'm late.
An extra from the set of Batgirl is taking legal action against Warner Brothers after enduring severe, life-changing injuries from a motorcycle accident. Now, I remember hearing about this when it actually went down. That a stunt actor got hurt, like really bad, and so here she is, this girl who sacrificed her body, essentially, in her health. For this movie that never got released. Can you imagine that? Like, what does that feel like to sacrifice yourself? Now you have a life-changing injury, and the movie got canceled. It was almost like, why did I do it in the first place? I mean, obviously she got paid. She did get paid. So, I mean, Axel, it's like it's one thing after another when it comes to Batgirl. We're probably never going to see this film. It got canceled after.
There's probably going to be a documentary about this whole movie.
There might be.
Yeah, kind of like how we got that Superman Lives or something.
Oh yeah, by John Shepp. Yeah, no, and that's the thing, is that we might actually get something like that, but I don't know. I really don't.
It could be.
It could be. Let me just play this. And then so it just doesn't get any better for the Batgirl. I hope this girl wins, because fuck Warner Brothers. I hope she takes them for all they got. I mean, look, she got paid. Yes. Okay. Granted, she got paid. However, I think that when you sacrifice your life and your body and your health for a movie that doesn't get released, it's like, fuck that.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, not gonna lie. That sounds a lot. Yeah, that's very Warner Brothers of them.
Well, and the problem too is that, like, when this film got canceled, James Gunn and Peter Safran were not officially on board yet. It was still David Zaslav with DeLuca and Abney overseeing it. I always had assumed
they were going to restore the Snyderverse.
They were going to. They have chosen the Snyderverse. No, but see, I had always assumed that the reason why it was canceled, one of the main reasons why, on top of saving the money, was that it has Keaton as Batman. So it's like, how can we move forward with Keaton as Batman if Ben Affleck is still Batman and the movies aren't landing up the way that they originally intended? So I thought, okay, that's a good enough reason to say, okay, let's start the conversation. But that wasn't even the case. It wasn't even the case, because Keaton was still going to be in DeLuca and Abney's ending, and Affleck was going to be lost in the multiverse. So that had nothing to do with it. It was strictly for money. They felt like this film didn't have the quality they were looking for, and they canceled it. But the problem that I have with that is that, like, if you're watching an assembly cut of a film, it's not done yet. The lighting isn't done. The color grading isn't done. The special effects aren't done. And so I wonder if that's what they watched and they said, you know what? We're out. Fuck it. Shelve it.
That sounds
never to be
about
seen
right
again.
for Warner Brothers.
But this is David Zaslav, right? This is the guy who's going to save everything.
This
That's
is the
a
guy
bunch of
who's gonna
horseshit.
say, we're gonna hire James Gunn.
If WB would have been smart, they could have sold Batgirl to another company. Yeah, but the problem is that
Yeah, Netflix.
I mean, I don't even know if this is a problem anymore. Is that I would have assumed that the narrative of the story wouldn't have fit with what is happening in the new DC. I guess DeLuca and Abney's DC because Gunn hadn't been hired yet. And then Q also says, "Fuck WB." Thank you, Q. For that,
Q, you spelled fuck wrong. By the way.
He did it on purpose. He's smart like that. And for that, I will. And for that, I'll give you this.
Man, don't bullshit me. Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
All right, let's go to our next. Oh, C3PO. All right, let's go to our next news. So I put this poll out a couple days ago, what said, "What is the better movie between these four?" Now, I'm not trying to make a bias here. I'm not saying like, "Hey guys, which one, which Snyder film is better?" or "How do you feel about Snyder films?" like other people are doing out there, which is like just looking for clicks. I just simply asked the question, "What's a better movie between these four?" And we got Zack Snyder's Justice League, Infinity War, BVS, the Ultimate Edition, and Avengers. I figured why not?
Thank you for clarifying. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you have to these days, apparently. But and I put Avengers because I was like, well, I was gonna do Winter Soldier, but I was like, well, maybe not because that's not really like a huge team up, even though it kind of was. Civil War was more of a team up that I liked, but
why didn't you put Civil War then?
Because Avengers was the original team up, so I was like, you know what, that has nostalgia. People are really into that shit. So I mean, I like the movie. So I put this out there, and this actually got like 1,400 votes. So it got over 1,000 votes, which I was happy about. It got over 9,000 views. I guess not everyone wanted to vote, but the winner by a hair was Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, if you look at this within a fandom, even the fandom believes that from this sample size, that ZSJL is slightly better than Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Edition. Both films I love. I love all four of these films. I think they're all four of them are really, really good.
I haven't seen Infinity War in ages since I think
since the Age of Ultron. Is that what you're trying to say?
Ha! Yeah.
No.
So, but out of these ones, I would say for me, Zack Snyder Justice League is the best film out of all four of these. It's more epic. It has a better story. It's just a grander film all the way around. What do you think, Axel?
Yeah, that's my movie. I really love that movie. It's not something I want to watch too often. I don't want to ruin it for myself. It's one of Zack's best films besides Watchmen. Yeah, it's good.
I actually watched Watchmen the other day because a bunch of DC films are over on Amazon right now, which is great.
Yeah.
Dude, the movie's so fucking good. I was watching it, I was like, man, this is such a fucking good movie, and it's a film that like I can watch, and the story alone is so intriguing and so immersive that I just love this. I love the story and I love the movie. I love how it's crafted. It's just so good. It's such
me
a
and
good
my
fucking
dad
movie.
love that movie. He always keeps asking me if, is this in the comic? And I said, yes, it's in the comic. My favorite scene is just the times that are changing. If I ever met Zach, I want to ask him, how did he direct those scenes? Because like, I don't know how to say it. Like in the BVS, like the Black Zero event, it feels real, even though of course we know it's not real. It feels larger.
It's not
than
real.
life.
This is a movie.
Yeah,
but yeah, I know what you mean. But it's cool because like the characters are really good. Rorschach. Thank you. Rorschach is badass.
Oh yeah, I met
the
Rorschach
comedian.
at Comic Con.
Oh, did you
Not
really?
the actor, but a cosplayer.
Robert from Bridging
Yeah,
the
actually,
Kingdoms
I got a
writes.
funny story. When I was on the train back from Comic Con, I saw a guy with a Restore the Snyderverse shirt, and I said, "Snyderverse lives."
That is hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's overhyped.
Does he look like a bitch?
So Robert writes, I feel like Zack Snyder's Justice League gets overhyped because of all the build-up to it. BVS Ultimate Edition is a vastly better film. Doesn't mean ZSGL is bad, but yeah. The thing about Zack Snyder's Justice League, though, you got to remember is the fact that
what up, Phil?
the fact that he didn't get a chance to do any pickups, any reshoots, anything. The only thing he could do was shoot the new Nightmare scene, which is awesome. I love the dialogue in that scene and the way it was filmed as well. But he never had a chance to go back. A lot of these big budget films have the opportunity to go back, reshoot certain scenes, shoot additional photography for certain scenes, to enrich it and make it better. The sound didn't come through. The lighting was off here. He had to use everything he shot during principal photography. And to me, that's incredible that you're using principal photography footage and you create this film. And I think it's hands down the best comic book movie out there. I really do. And like Watchmen is right up there as well.
I think Watchmen's great, but it has some flaws.
Well, to me, Watchmen, it's for some reason I don't really consider it like, technically it's DC, but like I don't consider it as like a DC or Marvel film. I see it. I figure, I see it as like its own thing, and it stands alone in what it does, and I absolutely love it.
Sort of like Sandman and stuff like.
Yeah. But no, Watchmen is just fucking phenomenal, and plus like the dialogue, fucking Matthew Good as Ozymandias is like so good. The music is great. It's just really good. But anyway, we could talk about that for hours, and we're not. So let's move on to our next topic.
You should do Watchmen by the minute.
Watchmen by the minute. There we go.
The Minutemen.
ZSJL, no question. Bill, you need to update your photo because your hair is way longer these days. But it's a good picture, though, nonetheless. But let's move on to our next topic here on the Rapid Fire News Round. Ahsoka! The finale runtime is set to be at 46 minutes and 25 seconds. 42 minutes and 43 seconds if you omit the credits. So the credits are like 40 or 4 minutes. I was like, what the fuck?
It's also going to be directed by Rick Famuyiwa, which
and so far I've liked all the episodes that he's directed. I wish I could have seen the movie he was going to direct, which was The Flash, but oh well, that's an Elseworlds discussion.
Luke, did I ever tell you about Ahsoka Tano?
Ahsoka Tano.
She was your exotic female apprentice.
The previous episode I thought was really good. I'm really every episode of this series I've loved.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Like before, I started watching the show. I saw the trailers of it. The trailers did not impress me, and then I started watching it, and I was like, "Yo, this is really good." Star Wars is back. It's never left.
Well, I don't know about that. It left for a little while, but then it came back. But the thing too is that Ahsoka is like, this really has. I mean, look, I like The Mandalorian. I wasn't a huge fan of season 3, but I still love the show. I'm gonna watch every episode, especially on the next season and moving forward. I think Mandalorian's just a great badass show.
I hope it gets better. Oh, I swear. Usually the 4th season, it tends to be the worst season of shows.
I don't know. We'll see. A lot of times, season 2 in a lot of these shows is like the worst season, but season 2 I thought was really good.
Really? No. Season 2 is usually.
But the Book of Boba Fett I wasn't too impressed with at all, except for the Mandalorian episodes. Those are the best ones. Yeah. And then
I'm gonna wake up my parents.
Yeah, you gotta wake up your parents who are asleep at 4:00 in the afternoon.
It's the morning right now.
It can't be the morning. It's the morning over here.
No, it's morning. It's 3:50 a.m.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, it's 3:50 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh. Wow, what
Right
time is
around
it for
that.
you?
It is 9:49 a.m. yesterday.
Damn.
For you, it's
Oh,
yesterday,
okay.
so it's kind of crazy.
Oh,
But
okay.
so for the finale, okay, so I talked about doing some predictions for the finale. My prediction is going to be that Thrawn and all the bad guys are going to get away and head back to the main universe of Star Wars.
I mean, you can't just have Thrawn be defeated.
No, if they defeat Thrawn in this finale, I'm going to be pissed. But
yeah, that'd be so anticlimactic. Also, who do you
Well-
think is calling to Balin's skull?
I don't know.
I think it's the Bendu from Rebels.
It
Remember
could
that big
be.
thing? It
Yeah,
could be.
it absolutely could be. But it's funny how much the show has leaned into Fallen Order, into that, like Dathomir and the what are they called?
The Night Sisters.
No, the other guys, the original Force users, the alien species. I forgot their name.
Zepho.
The Zepho. Thank you. Like I feel like the Zepho are going to show up in this series. The problem I have with Ahsoka is that after Ahsoka, we have Skeleton Crew, we have Acolyte, and we have
I'm excited for Acolyte. Like apparently we're getting a Sith Wookiee, which I'm excited for.
We'll see. But I think the Acolyte takes place a long time ago. But I think that's the closest thing that we're going to get to connecting to Ahsoka, because I think we're going to see the origins of the Night Sisters and all of that. I think that's how it's going to connect, is you're going to see some of the origins of these factions that exist on the show.
What is even about?
Yeah, so Phil right here even says that, I'm not sure, I have to go look it up, but Phil right here actually says, apparently the trailer, I leaked online, there it is. Acolyte is 100 years before Phantom Menace. So yeah, so if anything, it'll give more, it'll give more detailed about, like who the Night Sisters are and who was before them and all that. So that's how I can see it connecting. But overall, though, I think that's going to be a good show. The Acolyte trailer looked okay, but the series is going to bomb. There we go. And apparently the trailer of the Acolyte leaked online. I haven't seen it, but Yahoo reported it. Apparently Robert watched it and he said it wasn't all that great. So we'll see about that. But let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. But Ahsoka is a really good show. I'm really, really enjoying it. You can tell that they put a lot of time and care into developing this series, and the script and the writing and the action. Everything is top notch. And with that being said, it kind of feels like, hey, okay, Dave Filoni, you need to take the reins of Star Wars, and there should be nobody in your way. Because so far, everything he's done is fucking gold. And I'm sorry, but like, people would say, oh, you don't have to watch Rebels to watch this show. And it's probably a little bit true, but I think if you watch Rebels, it'll make this show so much better. It totally enriches the show.
I'm watching Ahsoka with my parents right now, and they have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, like if you watch Rebels, all the shit makes more sense. Like the World Between Worlds, like they don't even describe it, and I'm actually glad that they didn't take the time to say this is the World Between Worlds. This is what this means. Is they were just like, nah, fuck it. If you know what it is, if you know, you know. If you don't, I'm sorry. But if you watch Rebels, that's a huge thing towards the end of the show, in the final season especially. So definitely check that out. What's this? Phil's going off here. No, I'm just kidding. No, Phil writes, I'm biased. I like a lot of Mando culture, so I was game for Book of Boba Fett and Mando Season 3. No, I mean, there were things about the Book of Boba Fett that I really liked. I mean, I love the flashbacks, the show how he became where he was at when it shows him living with the Tusken Raiders and all that. Like, so it had the Sand People, but it had a lot of things that I liked a lot. But there was also a lot of things I didn't like about it. I thought the writing, especially in his current state, I thought the writing was really bad.
Wait, you didn't like the colorful scooters? You didn't like that?
Yeah, those guys. Oh, jeez. But
you didn't like the Twi'lek that looks like Ryan?
But I like this. not everything needs to be explained. Why is this a mindset people have nowadays? Exactly. I loved how Dave Filoni didn't take the time to explain every single fucking aspect about Ahsoka. He just said, "Hey, look, this is what we're doing. This is where they're at. If you know, you know. If you don't, go look it up." Because it's kind of like he set the tone where instead of being like, "I don't know what's going on. I don't want to watch this." He set a tone where it was like, if you don't know like what the World Between Worlds was, or you don't know what they're talking about a previous experience they had on Rebels, you're going to go look it up and find out because you want to know what it is. And so that's the difference. When a lot of these shows, you know, especially the audiences, they're just like, "Oh, well, I don't know what that is, so I don't like this." No. It's like, if you don't know what it is, go fucking look it up. And you can watch Rebels. It's on Disney+.
All it takes is a few clicks.
If you watch Rebels, it's a good fucking show. I really, really enjoyed it. But let's move on to our next. Yeah, later. I like the whole show, really, but let's move on to our next topic on the rapid fire.
Watching the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go. House of the Dragon Season 2 has wrapped filming. It's aiming to release summer of 2024. I'm very excited about this. I know that they were at the very end of the filming of the show, and then the writer's strike hit, and which I was like, damn it! But, and then Phil did add this little bit of information for everyone who's listening and watching at home. Wikipedia is a great resource for deep diving into Star Wars culture. I would agree. But Season 2 of House of the Dragon is finally done. Now they're going to go work on special effects, which will take them another year and a half. But when it does come out, I'm excited for it. I love the show. Can't wait for Season 2 to see where this goes. And let's move on to our next topic. So this fucking guy put out this tweet saying, "Do you think James Gunn's Superman Legacy has a chance at being better than Man of Steel?" I think this is a stupid fucking tweet. This is just another example.
I saw that tweet, and that was like, oh my god. You're literally asking. Fucking hell.
It's dumb because it's like.
This guy asks the most stupid ass shit ever.
He does. And I responded to it by saying, I was like, look, you're talking about two completely different iterations of the character. And they should be allowed to express themselves on how the artist sees fit. So, however James Gunn sees fit to express his version of Superman and Superman Legacy, fine.
Superman. Yeah.
But it's like, you can't judge, you can't say, will it be better? We haven't even seen it. All we know who the actor is. That's all we know. That's the only thing we know about this fucking movie is who the actor is.
The actor?
And that's it. That's it. It's all we know. And so for anyone who says, "Oh, it's gonna bomb, it's gonna flop, it's gonna do this and that," like, you don't fucking know what you're talking about.
I mean, there are some people who know. I mean, recently I spoke to Man of Steel. Okay, wait, no.
Yeah, that was legitness. Yeah, it was. Huh?
But no, it's like I get tired of this narrative where people were like, "Oh, it's going to bomb, it's going to fail." You know, James Gunn won't last past Superman Legacy.
Well, you don't know
dude,
that. You don't speak
they
for
just
him.
fucking expanded the DC studios over in Levenstead or whatever, how the fuck you pronounce it, in fucking England. And you're telling me like, "Oh yeah, they're not going to move forward with James Gunn." Fuck that. Of course they are. If you
you don't know that. You don't speak for James Gunn.
But here's the thing is that, like, if you're saying that, oh, he won't make it past Superman Legacy, then you essentially want what happened to the DCEU. Well, the person who was the architect of DCEU, you want him out so that they have to reboot everything and they have to start over again or course correct? No, we don't want that. At this point,
have to course correct with Corrin Sweat.
Corrin Sweat, and people were like, "Oh," because they have this narrative in their head, like, "Hey, if we get rid of James Gunn, they'll bring Zack Snyder back."
No, that's not.
You don't know that. And I'm not saying Zack Snyder's
happen.
moved on. I'm not saying that he's moved
You
on
don't
at all.
Speak for Zack, Andre. You don't speak
I know, I don't, but I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's moved on, but currently he's busy making Rebel Moon that, like, a lot of DC fans don't give a shit about. It's sad because Rebel Moon's gonna be so badass. And all they want him to do is come back and do DC movies. It's like, dude, let the man do what he wants to do. Phil writes, if anything, if Superman Legacy bombs, he'd likely take a back seat from directing for a while, especially in DCU
probably
projects.
say Superman Legacy isn't canon to the DCU.
Maybe. But no, and I think that James Gunn is really just going to direct Superman Legacy and then direct episodes of Peacemaker, and that's really it.
Well, what
I don't think he's going to continue to direct movies moving forward. I think he's doing this one because I think honestly, he wrote the movie. He knows how he wants it to be portrayed, and I think that this is another way of him taking responsibility for the DCU, saying, "Hey, look, if it sucks, come at me. Don't come at anybody else. Like,
come after me.
This is my thing.
I'm married. I'm 40.
That's what he's gonna say.
You're trying to find the clip.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
It's gonna be James Gunn right there. Robert writes, a successful DCU and a solid studio proves to be a better chance in seeing Zack back to complete his arc in the DCU failing and it rebooting again and again. Look, yeah, they have to have success in order for us to get the things that we want. If they have to reboot again, let's say things happen the way that some people want, where they're like, oh yeah, after Superman Legacy, he got fired. Same with Peter Safran. Yay! And then what? Let's say they bring in someone like Dan Lin, or they bring in some other dude who takes over. You think he's going to be like, oh man, now that I'm here, now that I got this job, I'm going to bring in Zack Snyder and have him do his whole thing? Probably not. They're going to be like, okay, cool. Now that I'm here, I want to do...
If I was brought in to do DC, I'm doing my own thing.
You gotta do your own thing.
Yeah, and then people like, and if I do my own thing, then people are gonna say, "Oh, he betrayed Zack. He turned his back on Zack.
Zack on back.
Yeah, Zack on back.
Well, on top of that, I mean, these came out earlier in the week, so I just want to talk about it really quick. You know, he did talk about his DCU, James Gunn. He said that nothing is canon until Creature Commandos next year.
What about Blue Beetle? I thought that was canon.
Blue Beetle, the character will be in the DCU, but the movie is not canon.
What does that even mean?
All it means is that he was probably he liked the way that Zolo portrayed the character. He liked the family and all that stuff. So he said, okay, I'm going to bring them along, but I'm going to say it's not canon because I don't want people like watching the movie and going, hey, whatever happened to this? Whatever happened to that? To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Blue Beetle Part 2 eventually gets made and it's a continuation from the story that we saw in the first one, because there was no hard connection to anything else other than the building saying LexCorp and a reference to Batman. But it doesn't even say what Batman it is. So that movie exists within itself, and it can exist anywhere. So that's why I think he was like, yeah, if they had hard cameos with like Ben Affleck and all these, then it's fine.
Ben Affleck.
Affleck. But
what if
I wouldn't be surprised.
What if it's this Batman?
Ooh, I like the cowl on that guy. I like his cowl. It's good. He says, and then a deeper dive into the universe with Superman Legacy after that. It's a very human drive to want to understand everything all the time. But I think it's okay to be confused on what's happening in the DCU since no one has seen anything from the DCU yet. And I think what he's saying here is that, look, everybody wants answers. Everybody always wants the answers to the test, right? But it's okay for them to be confused right now because, fuck, they're sorting this shit out. I mean, David Ayer even said that James Gunn inherited a mess. And he did. He inherited a huge fucking mess because the previous regime fucked it all up. It was a fucking mess. So... Personally, I would have preferred him to do a hard reboot and just reboot everybody. I don't like this cherry picking of Peacemaker and Waller and all that, but it is what it is. I'm not going to argue with it, but I would have preferred a clean reboot altogether. But having said that, he says here, where is it? And yes, some actors will be playing characters that they've played in other stories, and some plot points might be consistent with plot points from the dozens of films.
Reboot it. Oh my god.
Well, I think the thing with him is that he doesn't want to recast Viola Davis. He doesn't want to recast John Cena. He doesn't want to recast probably Margot Robbie. And so
I really don't care about Margot Robbie as Harley. Like,
well,
but
I think what he's getting at is that he doesn't want to recast everybody, so that when the average moviegoer sees these trailers, they recognize some of the actors and they go, "Okay, cool, I want to go see it." I would prefer just a clean reboot, and I would have reshot the ending of The Flash to make it a clean reboot. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna go say a new Flashpoint or something where it's like it's gonna reset everything. But nothing is canon until Creature Commandos and Superman Legacy. So basically, I mean, what he's saying is that his timeline officially starts with Creature Commandos and then Superman Legacy. That's where his timeline starts. So whatever happens from there moving forward is going to be the canon to the DCU. And will it work out? I don't know. I'm going to watch it, but I don't know how it's going to work out. But we have to be patient with this shit and, you know, see where it's going to go. Phil writes, the most important thing for me is going into Superman Legacy. What is Gunn's point of view? What is his vision? Will it stand aside from the other CBMs or be another carbon copy? I do agree with what Phil was saying over on the Four Nerds, that it's going to be more of like what they're doing with Disney Star Wars, where you have
go watch Four Nerds. Go check out DJ Wood in the house.
DJ Wood. But I feel like it's going to, I don't want to say softly connect, but it's going to connect. It just not in the way the MCU is doing it. If he does what the MCU is doing, he's going to fuck himself over. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be good. Anthony Beltre writes, hopefully we get a trailer for Creature Commandos very soon, or maybe next year. I want to see how the animation looks. Yeah, absolutely.
Takes time.
Yeah, but at this point they should be a little bit farther along, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, he did say this right here. This is from Real Anarchy. They posted this, but this is the Instagram from James Gunn. He says, if you think of anything as investing time and effort, no matter what shared universe, you definitely shouldn't be. Every story should be enjoyed and worth partaking in itself, without its attachment to the outside world. If it feels like homework, screw it. Shared universes should add fun to the individual stories, not the other way around. The individual stories and the characters are much more important to me than connections between them. And people would say, okay, so you're not going to do a connected universe? What the fuck are you talking about? I think what he's saying is that, like, the goal here is to focus on these individual stories and to enrich the characters as you start to connect them together. You know, looking back at the DCEU, you know, Zach did Man of Steel, and they were all over his nuts. The studio was all over him saying, when are we going to get to Justice League? When are we going to get to Justice League? Where's our MCU?
You had them
What's
breathing
happening?
down their necks like Joe Biden does with kids.
What? So, so because of that, he created a story that brought the league together and had, you know, had the 5-part story arc that left room. Well, that left room for you know, for other filmmakers to have their individual stories, and so I think.
And when people you know, filmmakers like James Wan do it, people get mad.
Well, yeah, because immediately they want to just rip on James Gunn, and like he hasn't even done it. All he's done is he did the Suicide Squad.
James Wan.
Oh, James Wan. I'm sorry, I misheard you.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of we just have to see how this plays out. And like, I'm sorry, but the narrative of if I bash on him enough, he'll get fired. Oh, they'll get him out. Oh, they'll read my tweet or my post, and they'll go, "Hey, this guy's right."
Yeah. This is the tweet. Yeah, while they're tweeting it, they're like, "Yo, this is gonna be the tweet.
This is the one. This is the one,
guys. Wish me luck."
It's stupid. It's fucking
Throw
dumb.
bombs away.
It just, I mean, Axel, what do you think? I mean, should he be allowed to tell his story, or is it just like no?
God, I don't know. I think they should just bring Zach. No, I'm just kidding. I love DC, but I don't know.
Here's another one he did. I haven't seen this one yet. Let's take a look at this. This guy writes, I wish you hadn't continued using such a dumb joke after Aquaman finally became cool again. He says, I'm sorry your estimation of Aquaman's coolness was on such a shaky ground that Peacemaker's misperception could make it completely collapse. And that's the thing that, again, that bothers me, is that if you watch Peacemaker, you'll know that Peacemaker is an idiot. And he reads
even I
shit on
understand.
Google.
Even I understand that. Like how many times does Deadpool make fun of the X-Men?
Exactly, but everyone's like, "Oh, how dare he? He fucking ruined us!" Dude, if you watch the show, you'll realize that.
I can't believe sometimes I
doesn't know what he's talking about.
James Gunn sometimes, which annoys me.
What's that?
I have to defend like James Gunn and that stupid Peacemaker.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either, but like I feel like I have to sometimes. I'm like, wait,
yeah,
it's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is context. You have to know where this shit is coming from. And that's the thing too, is that he also confirmed that Vigilante will come back. Well, that was obvious.
Oh, no one gives a fuck about Vigilante. Sorry, I forgot his name. Vigilante. They're flying on rooftops.
That's it. That's that's the quote of the day.
That is the quote of the day.
And I had another one that he
There's
talked
a storm
about.
coming, Annie. Better get inside.
Better get inside.
It's like, god damn.
Is this it right here?
Hate leads to anger.
So here's another one, and this guy Shay really like prided himself on this. Like he thought he really got him. He posted this and said, underline Zach, and he goes, I would think it was obvious that I meant that Zach hadn't expressed any interest to me in our discussions. So you can quit spamming this on every single post. And I think he really got annoyed with this, and to me, it's kind of like,
I could tell he got annoyed because of the yelling mark. I meant exclamation mark.
But even this, like, to keep posting this is kind of like, what are you hoping to achieve? Are you hoping that he'll go, hey, you're right, guys, I fucked up, I shouldn't have said that, I think he is interested? It's like, who gives a shit? Nothing is gonna change that. Nothing is gonna bring him back. None of this is gonna change James Gunn's mind. He's in charge. Him and Peter Safran are in charge of the DCU. So the more you spam him about this bullshit, the more he's gonna be like, "Go fuck yourself."
And you know what? I would not blame James Gunn if he doesn't want to, restore the Snyderverse, because sometimes I don't think some fans really deserve it.
Well, and this is what I'm talking about. James Gunn strikes back. He finally. Oh, he fires back. He finally fired back at a fan who tried to troll him. And he says, fucking, dude, he didn't say it to me in our conversations when he was giving me fucking praise or saying good luck. You know what I mean? So it's like, go fuck off. And I'm just tired of the narrative of like, oh, we got to catch him in a lie. We got to catch him in a lie. We're going to get you. It's kind of like,
James Gunn, he once did karaoke and he sung the song, I'm Blue, by Eiffel or some shit. And he's not blue. He's a white guy. So therefore, he lied.
And that's fine. I don't agree with him killing Rick Flag. I didn't like that. I
don't like it when he killed Captain Boomerang. That made me think.
I know. The only Aussie, bam. I wasn't happy with either one of those decisions. And so for me, Vigilante, I think he's hilarious. I actually like the character, but I see your point though, because like the original character was not like that. So and we got Venom Hernandez. He is a good supporter. If you're a good supporter, you should become a member of the channel, like Axel over here.
Yeah, I'm a good supporter. Unlike you. Venom.
No, you're a great supporter.
I'm a great supporter.
He's friends with Zach. He has nothing to lie about. Why do people think this? Because they're trying to create a narrative of like how do we make him look so bad and catch him on a lie that they'll get him out of there? That's not gonna happen.
He does hate the Dark Knight trilogy. Oh, movies and.
Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking Ryan Zieverpit hates The Dark Knight Rises, and I'm not a huge fan of that either, but it is what it is, you know? It's like, fuck. But I'm tired of the narrative, dude. I'm tired of it. It's so sophomoric.
I'm tired of these people.
It's just slow. Exactly.
Like
I feel like Dr. Manhattan. I'm tired of these people. You know, I'm tired of all their drama and their bickering. It's just so stupid.
I'm tired of all the scoops.
It's
we're going to talk about
stupid.
Wonder Woman 3.
We are eventually. That's what
that's not happening.
That's not happening either. It's not happening.
Why do people keep saying it's going to happen? It's not.
I mean, just
they keep digging up old shit. It's just so annoying.
So here we go. Here's Grace Randolph with another take on James Gunn. And we obviously know that she does not like James Gunn at all.
Yeah.
So here we go. You gotta hear this one. What's that?
I think you're echoing.
That's fine. It's probably because I had the screen turned on, the sound. So let's listen to this real quick.
Oh, it's not DC. I guess that's what I would say. I think what it is it doesn't feel like DC. It feels like James Gunn's DC. And I think that's totally intended. You know what? And if Warner Brothers will let him do it, I don't blame him. I mean, I had a friend who was like, James Gunn's just racking up paydays until this train comes to a stop, right? So, you know, that's why, because he gets paid for every job that he does. So it's.
Here's my problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like no fucking.
Yeah, there's an echo
shit.
going on. There's an echo going on.
There shouldn't be an echo anymore.
Well, there is.
Turn the sound up.
Wait, is there an echo? Hello? Yeah, there's no echo anymore.
Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it.
Well, you know, I didn't know.
But here's the thing with this. It's like, no shit. This is James Gunn's fucking DCU. When we had the DCEU before Warner Bros. Fucked it up, it was Zack Snyder's DCEU, and I happen to enjoy it. I happen to enjoy Zack Snyder's DCEU and the stories that he was building. So to say like, oh, this doesn't feel like DC, just feel like James Gunn's DC. Well, no shit. He's a fucking architect of it. Him and Peter Safran. So yeah, it's gonna feel that way. I just feel like these are just dumb comments that just are just made for clicks. It's so fucking dumb. What do you think, Axel? You gonna say something?
Yeah, you know, I mean, she does have a nice wig, I guess, but like, yeah, she does say a bunch of stupid ass shit, and yeah.
So.
Shut the fuck up. I swear to God, sometimes I want to tell Grace Randolph, just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. It's just so stupid.
Instead of beyond the trailer, you are beyond fucking annoying. What you are.
You're beyond fucking stupid. And a lot of this shit she's putting out there is just complete and utter bullshit. It's just shoved top of her head.
Oh,
does
yeah,
she have some sources?
Did you hear what she said about Viola Davis?
No.
Oh, she said, "Oh, she's not an A-list actor." Or so. What did she say? Someone in the chat.
I don't know. You're supposed to tell me. You're the one that brought it up. You're like, wait, what did she say? She probably did, but she's very opinionated, and I'm telling you, this is just fucking dumb. What's up, Taladia? What's up, homie?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Guys, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, please do so by becoming a member of the channel or joining us over on Patreon. The links are down below. So please, I really, really appreciate it.
That's right.
That as well.
Grace Randolph said, she said that Viola Davis doesn't have range.
That's fucking stupid. Yeah, because
we all know
she doesn't have range. Well, we all know that she has range in terms of Grace Randolph.
So.
Yeah, no, I'm done with that. She needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's all. Plain and simple, she needs to shut the fuck up. She won't, but if I ever saw her, I would tell her, hey, you know what? Shut the fuck up. She's fucking so stupid. All right, I'm done with her. Let's move on.
we say any more about Grace Randolph?
Okay, so So this
Yeah,
is
what was this about?
okay.
This is
So
real?
I wanted to talk about this, even though I don't condone this. Let me pause
Yeah,
the
the
music.
49ers are trendy. But yeah, anyway.
Hell yeah, they are. So a YouTube prankster gets shot at the mall for harassing a delivery driver. Do you think the delivery driver is guilty? I don't care about that.
Well, I need
but-
video.
So this fucking guy
Yeah,
is a
definitely.
YouTuber that goes around and he makes videos about annoying people or doing pranks. Like, I swear to God, these guys are so fucking annoying. Not just him, but all of them who do this shit.
I need to see this.
So here's a video right here.
Wait.
Quit thinking about my twinkle.
What's that mean?
Quit thinking about my twinkle.
No.
Hey, quit thinking about my
Get
twinkle.
out of my business, like half stop. Stop.
Quit thinking about my twinkle.
Stop.
I mean, it's like, dude, I'm sorry. It was only a matter of time before somebody did this. You know what I mean? Like, it was only a matter of time. If you think that you can annoy people that much and not pay any kind of repercussion, it's only a matter of time before you do it and somebody just says, fuck you, bam, and shoots them in front of a Popeyes at a mall. Like, what the fuck? And, that made the news last night. And so this guy, the guy lived who got shot, but a lot of people are taking the shooter side, saying that, dude, he asked you to stop twice. Stop. And bam, he shot him. Now, I don't think he should have shot the guy, but my point is this.
I mean, those teenagers look fucking annoying as fuck. I don't like teenagers.
They're idiots. Oh, you're a teenager. But
not for long.
I just think that, look, it's a matter of time. It was a matter of time before something like this happened and made it on the news. It's a matter of time. People don't like being fucked with. And he shot him. And now he faces 2 to 10 years in prison for shooting him because he had a gun and he fucking shot somebody. They're arguing that it's self-defense.
The evidence is all right there. You shouldn't have... Someone was recording you. You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it's like, you probably shouldn't have shot the guy, but he could have pulled the gun out and made him go away.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what
Imagine
it is.
if it was
So,
Bryce Randall.
oh yeah, we won't go there.
Yeah, we won't go there.
We won't go there, not right now. But let's move on to our next topic.
God, I saw this.
Is this a fucking joke? Are we fucking serious with this?
That's too soon.
It's too... Not even that. It's like, who gives a shit? We're going to make a movie about these guys who went in there and got fucking... Where it imploded and they got turned to soup in like a matter of like a fraction of a second?
Who's going to direct it? James Cameron?
What's it going to be about? About the people's lives before they went into that submarine and died? Like, I don't get it. It's probably... You know what they're going to do? This is my guess.
Make a love story.
No, I think what they're going to do is, I think they're going to make it about the guy who owned the company. It's gonna, and they're going to try and focus on all the missteps that he took and all this shit.
It's going to be like Oppenheimer or something.
It's going to be like Oppenheimer, but instead of a nuclear bomb, it's going to be the submarine imploding.
Damn.
Now look,
that's
all the love and all respect to everyone who lost their lives in the in Ocean Gate, but I think making a movie about this is the wrong way to go about this. I think it's kind of like what are you doing here?
I mean, too soon.
I mean, too soon, yeah, but it's kind of like, is the story that intriguing that you have to make a movie about it? Like Captain Phillips, that's an intriguing fucking story.
Like, the Titanic, and like, who gives a shit about that?
But what I'm saying is that like real events like Captain Phillips, like that's an intriguing fucking story. Holy shit, Navy SEALs showed up and they had to save him. He got kidnapped, all this shit.
Who's Captain Phillips?
It's a movie with Tom Hanks. You uncultured swine, come on. But it's fine. You're a teenager. I get it.
Kalel, no.
But I think this is in poor taste. I think this is stupid. I can't believe that they're gonna do this. I cannot believe they're going to do this. It's so fucking stupid. In fact, it's so stupid that it deserves it.
Man, don't bullshit me. Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Okay, Gen V. Have you watched Gen V?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm on episode 2. I fell asleep last night because I was tired. It's a good
Man.
show, though. I really like it. But the next episodes that are due to release, episode 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, here are all their runtimes: 43 minutes, 37,
Episode
37,
8
45,
is like
35.
35 minutes? Oh, damn.
What's the finale is only 35. It's probably going to be like a
weird.
cut to the chase, kind of episode where they just get right to it. Who knows? But so far, I'm really enjoying Gen V. I love getting more The Boys content or The Boys universe content. It's such a cool and interesting
So
series and
fucked up.
story. It's pretty fucked up. It is.
Like the first scene where she's on the toilet, I was like, what the fuck? Oh my
I know.
god.
And that's how
What the-
they, of course,
I kept
that's how
yelling,
she
"What the
gets the
fuck?"
blood.
Every 5 seconds, and my parents were like, Jesus Christ, how bad is this? Because my dad had seen enough of The Boys. He doesn't want to see that.
I'm excited for this. I'm going to finish watching it probably tonight. So check it out. Gen V. It's on Amazon. Really, really. All DC movies in 2023 so far caused a financial loss to Warner Brothers. Do you think Aquaman and Lost Kingdom will change this?
Why do I
No.
always see Chris Wong's ones and like always in the comments, like on your?
He's a 4 times the charm.
He's
But
on
no,
there.
I don't think that Aquaman and Lost Kingdom will be a financial success. I
It's gonna be a very different. I don't think it's gonna make as much money as the first one.
It's not. Absolutely
It's
not.
not.
Hopefully it's a good
Willem
movie.
Dafoe.
I mean, did they say Wilson? Wilson!
Wilson!
It sounds like Netflix greenlit this. He's talking about something else.
No, he's talking about Ocean Gate.
Yeah. I hope not, but who knows? But yes, do I think Aquaman will save or will be a success? No, it won't. I think it'll be just as big as all 3 of these films right here. I don't think it's I don't think they're planning on doing anything that's like, oh my god, this is it. This is it. No, it's going to be a film. It might be entertaining, and that's it. I mean, I thought Blue Beetle was a better film than both those films.
I still haven't seen Blue Beetle. It hasn't come out for Australia yet.
So Blue Beetle, in comparison to Shazam and The Flash, I actually enjoyed Blue Beetle a lot more. I liked it a lot. But do you think that Aquaman will change this, Axel?
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be entertaining. I just hope it's not like silly and shit. Like, just.
It's gonna be silly.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried that, like, Jason Momoa is just playing himself and not the character. That's what I'm kind of worried.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely the case. That he's he's definitely just playing himself.
Yeah,
but we'll see. So
he's like he's pulling off a Chris Hemsworth like with Thor.
It's just dumb. And it's the last one. It's the last one of the DCEU, and who knows how. I think it's probably going to do all right. 500 million, maybe, if we're lucky. But we'll see how it turns out. Let's move on. Anya Taylor-Joy and Malcolm Ray are reportedly getting married in Italy over the weekend. This is very sad because she's hot as hell, and I don't know who that guy is, and he looks like he has a very punchable face. But he's getting married to her. So, guys, unfortunately, she is going to be off the market entirely until they get a divorce.
God damn.
I'll
I'll have to keep rewatching The Northman. Anyway, go on.
In Hollywood years, this will probably last maybe a couple, but we'll see.
Yeah,
who knows? It could be a long-standing relationship where they
fuck
have
are we
many
covering
children and kids, but guys, she's
Why the
gone.
fuck are we covering this?
Kalel, no.
Because a lot of guys are in love with her, and she's gone. And
Yeah,
she's off the
yeah.
market. So
That's a
let's
kid.
move on. This comes from My Time to Shine. Hello,
No,
which is
Why are you Why is this person following you? Isn't this Grace Randolph's?
I don't know who. I don't think it's Grace Randolph. But anyway, it says so she puts out this tweet saying that Kang Dynasty Earth 616 Avengers team fight the Council of Kangs and lose. Secret Wars. The TVA send a team of multiverse Avengers that they have secretly recruited, led by Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, and Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, to save 616 Avengers and defeat Kang once and for all. Okay, so essentially what you're saying is you're going to remake Infinity War and Endgame, but call them Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah.
Hey, look, at this point, it's kind of like
just reboot.
Just fucking boot. It needs to happen so bad.
About new characters.
No one's ever really gone.
I watched that the other night. It was all right. It's visually good, but like, it kind of dragged on a bit.
On what?
The Last Jedi.
Why did you say that name?
We don't talk about Last Jedi here. Okay, so
we can't talk about Canto Bite.
Oh no, that movie's fucking trash.
I'm the master breaker.
So when it comes to this, I think that to be honest,
just reboot. Nobody gives a shit at this point. They're not making anyone. They're not making anyone care about these new Who the fuck? Where's Moon Knight at? Where's Shang-Chi?
Where have they been? They had their show and their movie, and you haven't seen them since. So it's kind of like I don't give a shit.
The Eternals?
I mean, look. When it comes to like, the 616 Avengers team, who the fuck is that? We're talking about what? Thor, Shang-Chi,
Captain Marvel,
Kate Bishop. I don't know. Captain Marvel.
America?
No, Captain America. Miss Marvel? Is she a part of that? I don't know.
Doctor Strange?
It's so convoluted. I'm sorry, but I don't give a shit. I hope
Guardians
they lose.
of the Galaxy, She-Hulk. What about Spider-Man? What's he up to?
Well, now nobody knows who he is. Remember? They erased everyone's memory on who he is. So it's kind of like, well, what? So look. The new Avengers, if you want to call them that, I don't give a shit about. I'm not invested in new Avengers. I don't really care. The Marvels is the closest thing you're going to get to an Avengers film. And I'm not even excited for that. So if they go this route, okay? So let's pretend this is all 100% true, right? We don't know if it's true or not. More than likely, it could be false. However, I do like the idea of the TVA assembling a team of multiverse Avengers. That's cool. I like that. I want to see more of those guys. But after this, we got to move on.
Just like the Snyderverse, we got to move on.
We got to move on. If we're going to get a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, a Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, then after that we have to move on. Now, I
know they're just milking these cameos at this point. I'm just like, oh.
Well, the multiverse saga is all about milking cameos because they have no team.
I feel like they're not using the multiverse properly. They're just using nostalgia.
Well, this sounds like a fan theory. It really does. But to me, this is again connecting dots. Like I'm going to connect the dots of the MCU, and I think this is how it all makes sense.
This is how I think Wonder Woman 3 is going to happen. It's going to have Batfleck in it. And
it's going to have Backfleck. So there's some little information from My Time to Shine Hello. I don't think this is entirely true, but again, this feels like Infinity War Endgame with a twist.
It really does. Oh, Hugh Jackman's trending. He's a good supporter.
He lives down the street from Axel.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. All right, let's move on. Okay, so Luis Fernando writes a new sci-fi in town. The creator comes under industry's already pessimistic projects at U.S. box office. The film grossed just $14 million on its 3-day opening weekend. There's a way lower. That's way lower than even Ad Astra, $19 million. Maybe it's time to stop being triggered by Martin Scorsese and start admitting he's got a point. Here's my thing. I watched this over the weekend, The Creator. I actually liked it. Now, there were some parts of it I thought were a little like, okay, yeah, no shit.
The kid annoying?
Well, I didn't think the kid was annoying at all. But
Was
I
it
think
Amon bad?
the story itself, like some of the plot points, I kind of assumed was gonna happen. It did. As you're watching it, you're like, yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because I figured that was gonna happen. But here's my thing about the creator. I like it because it's something new, it's something fresh, it's something different. This is an original story, and I love seeing movies about like a alternate future for the world. And so because of that and the special effects and its gritty look, I actually liked it. I thought it was a good movie because, I mean, here's the thing. When you're talking about these dystopian, post-apocalyptic, or like, you know, futurist or alternate future where everything's kind of shitty, you got a lot of those, you know, back in the 80s and in the 90s. But you don't get too many of those. You don't get too many of them now. And that's why I was so happy to see this, because I was like, yeah, I want to see more of this kind of shit. You essentially get more of this in animation than you do anything else.
That's true.
And so, and to see it in live action and for it to look so good in terms of special effects,
does it set up any sequels?
No.
Okay.
This is not a sequel type movie. This is a one-off.
It's a one and done, just like Sasha Kaye as Supergirl. Anyway,
Sasha Kaye.
Kaye.
Yeah. No. But I like this movie. I thought it was cool. I like the special effects. I liked a lot of shit about it. I thought it was a good movie. I think it's worth seeing in the theater because of the special effects. And I really enjoyed it. So check out The Creator. It got a B+ at CinemaScore, or its CinemaScore is a B+.
What about Rotten Tomatoes? They're very trustworthy.
What's up, Prima? I don't want to go there. I was gonna read a bunch of Rotten Tomatoes reviews, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. I don't give a shit. I don't want to talk about that bullshit site. But the acting was good. I liked it. I thought it was a cool story. So definitely check it out. Actually, I think you should watch it. I think you'll probably like it too. It does have some slow points. It has some points in the movie where it does really like slows down to a crawl, and you're like, holy shit. But overall, though, the overall storyline and the world that they're living in, I thought it was really cool. So I enjoyed it. So check out The Creator at a theater near you. Can we get some toast? Put this out saying Patty Jenkins' take for her canceled Wonder Woman 3 with Gal Gadot was set in the present day of the DCEU after Justice League and her cameo in The Flash. It would have featured DC characters, one of them being Ben Affleck's Batman. Okay, so this made its rounds between all the, you know, accounts on Twitter and, you know, and everyone's fucking timeline. And the problem I have with this is that it doesn't make any fucking sense, because I was like, wait a minute, how can Ben Affleck's Batman be in this movie? Because this was made during the Hamada regime. And it was written by not only Patty Jenkins, but it was written also by Jeff Johns. So you think that when Zack Snyder Justice League came out, that Jeff Johns was like, oh man, we got to incorporate what's happening in that movie. Yeah, right. He was like, I don't want anything to do with Zack Snyder. So I reached out. to some different people to figure out, you know, have you heard anything about this? Do you know anything about it? What's going on? And so I reached out and I got a response from a guy that everyone knows as Mr. Casey Walsh. Why did you say that name? And this is what he told me. He says Wonder Woman 3 was taking place in the new universe established after The Flash, and Affleck would be. So basically, this takes place in the established universe after The Flash. But here's the thing: Affleck would have been lost in the multiverse. Keaton would have been Batman. This was always the plan until Gunn came on board, and it was even the plan during DeLuca and Abney when they intervened. Which means that this is complete bullshit. Because if this movie is being written during the Hamada regime, and when DeLuca and Abney took over for a short amount of time, they were still going to have Keaton show up.
I heard the name Casey Walsh. Fuck that guy. I don't want to talk about it.
So they even, but at the same time, DeLuca and Abney even had Michael Keaton as Batman in their ending of The Flash. So how Ben Affleck ends up in Wonder Woman 3, unless it's a flashback, it makes no fucking sense. And I honestly, I think this is just
this is nothing.
This is
Why
a
are
nothing
we
burger.
talking about this? It's not just a nothing burger. It's not just a Hamada burger. It's just fucking nothing.
It's absolute bullshit is what it is.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, you know what? Can we get some toast? Some of the shit you say, I'm like, hey, maybe you're right. But this one, unfortunately, I don't know, dude. I think this is bullshit.
This is bullshit.
Because here's the thing: is that like if the Luke and Abney's ending had both had Michael Keaton as Batman, and then at the end you had what's his face, Ben Affleck showing up saying, "Find us, Barry. You have to find us, or find me, whatever. Lost in the multiverse or lost in time, whatever." How the fuck would he end up in Wonder Woman 3? It doesn't make any sense. Unless it's a flashback. Now I had this discussion on Twitter.
If Wonder Woman 3 were to happen, it would be the most disjointed trilogy ever.
Well, who knows? We'll never get to see it.
Oh, well,
but I had this
know.
conversation. I had this conversation with both Phil and Sammy the Snyder Queen. We had a back and forth talking about this same thing, and all of us even agree that like it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. If the Luke and Abney's ending had Ben Affleck coming out of the limo, then I would think, okay, maybe this is true because he would have been Batman moving forward. But they still had Michael Keaton.
Let's the Batfleck movie.
Make the Batfleck movie. This is complete bullshit.
Screw what Ben Affleck wants. Make the Batfleck.
And you can say whatever you want to say about Casey.
Why did you say that name?
Yeah,
but
he's a child, and I don't like kids, so fuck that.
Even he put out the idea that he even put out the news that this was never the case, and I believe him in the sense that I don't think this ever was the case. If he was in the movie, it was a flashback, and I don't think it's him showing up, like, hey, let's fight together. I don't think so at all.
What about did Steve Trevor tell you that?
Well, and it's like, how would you incorporate a Ben Affleck Batman flashback into the movie? It doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense. And so that's why, again, this is utter, complete bullshit.
This is bullshit.
And with that, we're going to move on to our last bit of news here on the show. This is from Can We Get Some Toast? He just put this out the other day. He says, the current idea to reboot the X-Men in the MCU does not feature Wolverine on the team.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't
on the team when it first started.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Marvel is starting to push the X-Men so hard across all mediums and will continue to push
How
them.
do you introduce the X-Men at the mutants in the MCU at this point?
You can't. You have to reboot. And I think that
there's like
you have to reboot. You have to reboot it. And after Secret Wars, if it reboots the universe, I think you lead off with the X-Men, not with the Avengers. You lead off with the X-Men, and then you introduce the Avengers within this new MCU. You know what I mean? And then they form the Avengers team with a new Tony Stark, with a new Captain America, with all that shit. Younger actors who were cheaper for the first two films. And to me, again, connecting dots, it's pretty fucking obvious that, if you see Hugh Jackman in Secret Wars, you're not going to see another Wolverine in the first X-Men movie. Because if you're going to introduce X-Men properly, then he's not in the fucking movie. He's not even on the fucking team. He's still doing the whole Weapon X. So I think eventually they are going to introduce Wolverine, and that'll be a new actor, obviously.
Sequel. That's what I imagine. Like, if they're going to do a sequel, it's going to be a time jump, like 5 years.
Hello?
Yeah, have them grow.
There we go.
Yeah.
You're going all Techno Union Army on me.
I am.
Okay,
The banking
I think you're better now.
I'm better? Yeah, I know I'm better than you, but
you've cleared up.
Oh, okay.
But no, it's I don't know, man. Yeah, some of the shit they put out there is just for clicks. It's like, yeah, no shit, he's not going to be in the movie because he wasn't on the team to begin with. He wasn't. I've read Uncanny X-Men. He wasn't on the team to start with. So why the fuck did you start him off? Well, that's the thing is that the MCU like prides themselves on following canon on from the comics. Then you wouldn't have him on the team to start off with. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there was another article that went out there. Let's pull this up for now. That Marvel will now start meeting with writers to hear pitches for the new X-Men movie. And I mean, it's about damn time because they need to get the X-Men going. And I still believe that even if they had the X-Men, the MCU had X-Men to begin with, they would have started with the X-Men because they're a more popular franchise. No one knew who the fuck the Avengers were when they first came out. Everyone's like, oh, they heard of Iron Man and Captain America, but they weren't like household names.
Sure,
like
there was
the
this cartoon that came out before after Iron Man 1, I believe.
Something like that, you know? So that's going to do it for the show. That's all the time we have for today. I want to thank Axel for coming on the show and joining me today, even though it's like 4 a.m. over there. You need to get to bed.
It's like, it's 4:45 a.m. I should be. Oh, shit, I've got the gym.
Do you have school tomorrow? The headmaster?
I go to
you
school.
Graduated.
I graduated.
You graduated.
Uni,
that's right.
So, yeah.
You're a man now.
Yeah, I'm a man. God, it's been 1 year since I graduated school.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
Is that what it was like in school?
Sort of, yeah. But yeah, it was fun in the end.
Guys, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel and also smash the like button. Support the channel by joining us on Patreon or becoming a member by clicking on the link down below. Axel, thank you for coming on. This was fun. I had a really good time.
Yeah, I'm glad I came on. I'm glad I had I put my alarm on. What happened?
Oh, nothing. I was just looking at something. And then Axel is a huge believer in the the cake aliens.
Is that Maz Kanata?
It's Maz Kanata. They found the remnants of Maz Kanata. There it is. All right, guys.
She's gonna tell us where she got the lightsaber from.
She did. She never told us. I was like, "Fuck! I want to know."
You never learned shit about it.
We'll figure it out one day.
You know, so the problem with the sequel trilogy is that, we never really got to, Finn was sidelined most of the time. They should have, heavily, leaned in.
What are you talking about right now?
The sequel trilogy.
Why did you say that name?
We'll see you guys next time.